Hi, I'm Joe Brinkman with Universal Connectivity. Welcome to our monthly webinar. Today we'll be covering our UC Links with Webex, which is our web-based video conferencing and collaboration platform. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the Q&A section below. I promise to keep it to about 20 minutes, and we'll share the recording afterwards. So let's get started. First, I just want to quickly introduce really what drives us here at Universal Connectivity. And it all starts with our vision that every business deserves to be better connected. Following that, our mission is to enhance our clients' growth and competitiveness with forward-thinking, scalable communication systems. And our specific niche, delivering the best communication systems and tools to growing mid-market companies. Now, how we keep all that together is through our four core values, beginning with human touch. We are real people who respond to the immediacy of your needs. Next is happiness. We love what we do and it shows. Then pragmatic creativity, where our clients' needs are what dictate the solution we will offer. And finally, thoroughness. From start to finish, no loose ends. We listen to our clients to truly understand their business. Accurate documentation means accurate management. So now I'm going to go into just a quick agenda. I'll quickly kind of top line what is UC Links with Webex, how we use it to communicate and collaborate, some of the modern mobility options with your mobile phone, a good number of the third-party applications that are available on Webex. We'll do a demo on some of the customer experience and user interface. We'll save a minute or so for Q&A and then end with some next steps. So really, what is UC Links with Webex? It's a simple all-in-one solution. It allows you to integrate and synchronize with your current calling solution, but we offer messaging and calling in every standard seat license. For Webex meetings, we include in our premium seat license, and that includes and offers end-to-end enterprise-grade data encryption with no on-premises hardware equipment or IT staff required. Webex includes a native calendar integration with Microsoft 365, which provides users a unified calendar experience, makes it easier to manage their schedules, collaborate with others, and stay productive. One of the biggest benefits is it's easy to scale up or scale down. So as your business grows, the platform can grow easily and seamlessly with it. And it's available on all popular operating systems like Windows, Mac, iOS, or Android. So into that modern mobility slide here, using your mobile business phone, you can use UC Links with Webex to make inbound and outbound calls, showing your business phone number as opposed to your mobile cell number. This will help you to optimize and your hybrid and remote workforce. You can also send and receive SMS text messages from your business number. This really allows you to supplement or even replace your desktop phone, reducing some of the overhead cost. Many of our clients who have utilized and benefited from this feature set are medical facilities, law firms, insurance agencies, financial advisors, accountants, and educators. So there's a wide breadth of industries that this feature touches. I want to touch on pretty quickly just a good list of some of the third-party app integrations available. Microsoft Office, of course, is on there. File sharing applications like OneDrive and Box and Dropbox. Call analytics like iCall Suite. CRMs like HubSpot or Salesforce. Call recording from Dubber is what we offer. Notification alerts for emergency services with apps like Informacast. Interactive Q&A like from Slido. And software development and security for digital assets from GitHub Enterprise. There's so many more, but these are some of the more popular and widely used applications and ones that we support. So at this point, I'd like to introduce our head of support and fulfillment, Chris Martin, to showcase some of the UI and some of the customer experience in the app.
Thanks, Joe, for the introduction. I'm Chris, and I head up our support and fulfillment here at Universal Connectivity. And I just want to go through a little bit of what our user experience is like, as well as some of the awesome features that we have to offer with our UC Links to Webex platform. So starting off, we're going to take a look at some of our calling features here. Joe, do you mind moving that slide over, please? So first of all, we truly believe that Webex or UC Links with Webex is a full desktop phone replacement. And the reason that we believe this is because truly it offers all of the same features that you're used to with your traditional desk phone experience. So that's going to be any of your inbound and outbound calling any of your inbound outbound calling, any of your internal extension dialing is going to be featured there. Many of your standard call handling like holds, transfers, parking, all of this is still going to work with the added benefit of being able to do video calling between any of your individual users. Just a little bit of extra video there gives a little bit more feedback and adds more to the actual user experience while using it. Along that line, we also offer one of my favorite features, which is our do not disturb syncing. So a lot of the time when folks are using do not disturb to send all their calls to voicemail on their traditional desk phones, they're putting their phone on do not disturb and they don't truly remember that they do it sometimes. So they may only be going into a 1-hour meeting, but they turn on their do not disturb until they uncheck it, which potentially could be hours later or whenever they potentially notice that it's going that way. One of the things that we offer with Webex is a reimagined experience with this. So we sync it across all of your devices, and we allow the ability for you to put a timer on it. So whether you're going to be in a meeting for 30 minutes or an hour, or if you're going to go home for a weekend. So say on Friday at 5, you're done for the week, you can actually set a custom timer on your do not disturb to automatically send all calls to voicemail until Monday morning at 8:30 when you're back in the office, which that can be a really, really useful experience for somebody, especially for anybody who may be using the mobile app, but doesn't necessarily want to be receiving any calls on that during after hours. So another one of the really cool features that I wanted to touch on was really regarding the idea of using it as a desk phone supplement. So when I say as a supplement, I mean using Webex in combination with your existing desk phone. So what I mean by this is we have an awesome feature up there, and you can see it a little bit on the top screen or top right-hand corner of our screen there. It's connect to device. What this connect to device really does is it allows you to connect to your existing Polycom or Cisco phones and manage any of your call settings from there. So a situation where this would be really useful is a user who potentially keeps many of their contacts in Microsoft Outlook, which many folks do. They'll store any of their any contacts for email, any phone numbers. And if you were to go into Outlook to find that phone number, a user may spend some time squinting at their screen, making sure they have the number right and typing it on their desk phone. With UC Links for Webex, we actually have the ability to completely get around this because Webex is actually smart enough to be able to, when you click on any phone numbers, to automatically know that you would want to dial in Webex. So you can actually click that number and automatically have it pop open in Webex. And with that awesome connect to device feature, we can automatically send that call directly to your desk phone. And you can take that call just as you normally would, just without the added step of having to go through and put those numbers in individually. It's just a nice boost there for productivity and prevents any of those wrong number dialing. Another really cool feature we have built in with the calling is the change in how voicemail is handled. So traditionally with users, when they call into their voicemail portal, they'll enter their PIN and they'll be guided by some audio prompts to get into their voicemail box. With Webex, we certainly have that as a possibility if you needed to call into your voice portal, but we kind of reimagine it a little bit with what we call visual voicemail. So with this visual voicemail, we end up actually giving users a notification on their calling menu, both on mobile and desktop, that they have an available voicemail. So when this notification comes up, there's no need to call into your portal and enter PINs. You actually can just tap right on the message and it'll show you any of the relevant caller ID information, gives you the ability to play the message directly in the app, really making it a much easier experience for users and making it a much less tedious process to go through and clear their voicemails. Also with the calling features, if you're using any of our analytics or call recording platforms, as Joe mentioned, such as Dubber or iCall Suite, we automatically filter that in as well. So next, we're going to touch on some of our meeting capabilities. Joe, if you can move the slide there, please. So one of the things that we had mentioned earlier as well is with our Microsoft Office integration. So one of the best parts about this is we can actually sync directly to your individual user's calendar. So where this becomes useful is for joining meetings and really making it a much more simplistic experience. So users actually will have the option once that integration is complete, which is basically just signing in directly in your Microsoft account. We'll actually give the ability for users to just click the join button right inside of the Webex app. So it'll know any of your meetings throughout your calendar, and it'll know automatically which ones are Webex. Say if you had a Teams meeting or a Zoom meeting in there, no problem there too. We'll actually have that join button still there. It'll actually just direct you to your application of choice, which really just simplifies that meeting experience. Scheduling is just as simple as well. We can do it directly in the app, or with that Outlook integration, we can pop that up directly in Outlook, and that way you have a familiar experience to send. We offer users personal meeting rooms, that way for any reoccurring meetings, or they have the ability to maintain consistent credentials across all of their meetings, never worrying that somebody's going to be left behind on an old invite. We will also, just a couple of small things, when we actually are in the meetings, we make the controls really simplistic. Something as simple as sharing your screen, whether it's on mobile or computer or PC, it's really easy, one-tap solution. And it'll go automatically and be able to share your screen across to all of your remote participants. Same thing goes with meeting recording. Make it really simple by adding a nice button right on the bottom, making it really easy to use. For meetings that might be on, if a meeting's running over and you might need to take your meeting on the go, no problem with that either. We have a baked in button right in there to actually move the meeting to mobile. So if you're signed in on your mobile app, no problem. You can automatically push the meeting from your PC directly to your cell phone. Lastly, we just want to take a look at some of our messaging. So with our UC Links with Webex experience, you get a full featured IM platform. And what's really cool about this is you get a lot of your basic direct messaging that you might be accustomed to with other applications with a reimagined group chat experience that we call Spaces. So what Spaces are is very similar to what you may understand for group chats, with some really cool collaboration features. Most notably, this is going to be in terms of how you handle file sharing as well as impromptu meetings. So anybody who's a member of any of these spaces have the ability to actually call a meeting at any point. And you can schedule that meeting. You can schedule that meeting directly in the space or call the entire space. So this is really good if you're doing any sort of like collaboration on any projects and you're just having like a discussion on what might be going on. And it makes it really easy to transition any of these discussions into a call. And you might be able to sort out many of these issues efficiently. Lastly, it's going to be our file sharing capabilities inside of these spaces is where it's really cool. So if you have any files that are shared through any of your messages, we're going to filter that into a separate content menu that can be accessed later. So if anybody's sending any PDFs or pictures or Word docs or any other type of file, no matter whether it was sent a couple hours ago or a couple of months ago, you're going to be able to look into that content menu and sort by just the files that have been shared, truly making it a much easier experience to find messages. But what about for your text messages? Or rather just messages that are sent over text? Those can also be a bit of a slog to find on other applications. But with Webex, all of your chat messages are going to be searchable. You're going to be able to find, again, whether it was sent within the last couple hours or whether it was sent many months past. It'll be very quick and easy to find and get you right back to where you need to be. With that being said, I really hope that I was able to show you all a great look into some of the awesome tools and features that we have built into our UC Links with Webex solution. Take it back to Joe.
Thanks, Chris. I do appreciate that. We're trying to fit a lot of information into a short amount of time. So that was an excellent dive into some of the feature set, and we can always dive in further if you call us and reach out. We're happy to discuss it further. Quickly, I did want to just go through the Q&A section. There was a couple of questions that came in through the chat. Firstly, how does Webex compare with Zoom? So we offer similar recording space, similar number of participants, personal meeting rooms, breakout rooms, as Chris detailed out. With Webex, we offer essentially the same feature set as Zoom without that additional bill. And then the second question that came in, can I share my screen from my mobile device? So yes, that's a great question. When you're in a meeting on your mobile device, you are able to take control of the meeting and share your screen, whatever you have on your mobile device as well. So another added feature, another ability. So I think that's it for what we had for questions. So with that, I want to thank you all for attending and watching this webinar. Please give me a call or scan this QR code to learn more about UC Links with Webex or discuss any telecommunications needs you may have. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.